Are you ready to stop the self-sabotage and create the life you desire? Well, in order for that to happen, you need to break free from the bad beliefs that are holding your success hostage. You need to optimize the stress by turning it into extra energy for success. And those hurtful habits? Well, we need to give that pain a purpose for progress. Welcome to Stop the Self-Sabotage and Create the Life You Desire podcast. So, what is the first thing that trauma takes away? My bad choice in a boyfriend earlier this summer and my client's insight for impact. What does all of this have in common with you reaching greater heights of success with less effort? That's what we're going to be talking about today. But let's start with you saying, well, Dawn, I don't think I was traumatized. I just have some bad habits and unhealthy ways of coping with life. Well, what do you think caused those bad habits? What do you think the cause was of the unhealthy ways of coping? It was an experience that you went through that absolutely overwhelmed you. You did not have the capacity to handle it. And it's not the adult you, the age you're at now, that gets triggered. It's who you were. It's the age you were when the original experience took place. And that's what gets triggered. And what's the first thing that happens when you're in that trauma? Well, that was my client's insight for impact today. This is what she came up with that she then texted me, and I just thought it was amazing. Certainty is the first thing that trauma takes away, making us suppress and repress our need for certainty by trying to adapt using a different value system to fill in the missing links. Holy cow. I'm looking at this going, whoa, girl, you did it better than me. So out of the core four, and in case you're brand new or you've been listening for a while, but you're like, tell me again what those are. The core four are the four levels. One builds on top of the other that we must go through to be able to physically manifest anything in life. So whether it's money, whether it's relationships, whether it's our weight, where we live, it does not matter. It comes from the core four. And each of these can be dysfunctional as well as healthy and functional. Dysfunctional simply means that you keep trying to make something better and it doesn't. In fact, a lot of times it gets worse. We all know that. That's the reason why we're here together, right? So the very first level out of the core four is certainty. You have to have certainty to get behind the wheel of your car to drive it. You have to have certainty to turn on your washing machine or your dryer and walk away from it and let it run, maybe without you even being at home. I just had new ones installed at the new home that I moved into. Some of you know that I went through my own betrayal trauma a while back, and I am now single because of it. Moving into my new place, had my washer and dryer installed, needed to put a load into the dryer and went, oh, I hope everything works okay with this. I don't come back and find the house is blown up because we're not quite sure. We don't know what we can trust just yet, because out of the levels of trust, there's what's the track record? Okay. So we have to have certainty to be able to function, but yet trauma takes that away. And something you thought or someone you thought you could count on, it's all gone. And so you have to have certainty. You will then, in its place, put its dysfunctional side of safety. Safety says you must be dependent upon other people, places, and things in order to be okay. So you will have a value system of coping that is going to be reliant on something outside of you. And when your certainty gets ripped away, that's what you're going to go to make everything okay, but it's only going to be temporary. And the long-term results that it gives actually make your life worse. Oh, so let's talk about my bad choice in a boyfriend earlier this summer, this late spring. Uh-huh. They told me, and by they, I mean my own mentors that I work with, because the wound that you're dealing with was created by somebody else. Somebody else had a hand in the trauma. Well, you're there. I'm going to fix it myself. I'll be okay. All by myself. I don't need anybody. No, it's incorrect. Somebody caused the hurt. Somebody has to be there to help you heal the hurt. It's how our brains work. So they told me I was probably going to make a bad choice at some point in my dating life, and sure enough did. Because I picked someone that who I am now and the healing I've been through. I picked someone based on that, but I also picked someone that was familiar to my wound. Whew. Yeah, sometimes those bad boys, and they live up to their reputation. And I got ghosted. I got ghosted after I let the person in. Courageous Love. By the way, that's going to be our workshop that is coming up in September. How to learn to love without hurting yourself. So did I experience pain? Yes. But I didn't experience betrayal because I knew that I made a choice to let him in at a certain level. Okay, I did it for a learning lesson. It helped me refine what it is that I'm looking for to give myself even more certainty. I wouldn't have it if I wouldn't have allowed myself to love again. You may have heard people say, well, you got to heal and then you love. No, it's the loving that helps with the healing. So I had to give myself certainty by refining what it is that I looked for. And I'm back out in the dating world. Have a few guys that are looking promising for additional dates because they're meeting the refinement on the value system that I'm now putting into place. I am not going to be looking for safety where someone else completes me. Oh, gag me. No, I'm looking for them to complement the already full, beautiful life that I have that is harmonious with who I am. And when they come in, what we can create together is more magnificent and wonderful than what we could apart. I wonder what you and I can create together. 1-636-699-7791. Dawn at dawnlandrum.com. Reach out to me. Leave me a voicemail. Send me a text. Send me an email letting me know you want to have a consult with me. And we'll talk about what you've been through and what can happen to give that pain a purpose for progress so you can start revealing your magnificence. See, we're not supposed to avoid the pain in life. There's no amount of bubble wrap that I can put you in that's going to make it okay for you going back out and living. But what you and I can do together is discover what it is that you value so that when you hit those blips that try to tell you you're not beautiful and that your life absolutely sucks, you understand that they are just speed bumps in the road of life and that we actually need to get you out of the cul-de-sac and back onto the highway. I'm here for you. And until you believe that you can do it for yourself, just borrow mine, because I already know that you can.